Doremise Moreau is 60 years old and works part-time as a janitor at a technical school in Miami, Florida. She is sadly a widow, but lives with her loving children, nephew, and 3 grandchildren. At such an age, and working what must be a tough job with little pay, and often walking the distance to her work, Doremise might be one of the people you would least expect to be going the extra mile to help her community. However, as we said before, ordinary people have been going the extra mile to offer help in this pandemic. It is not her work as a janitor that gets Doremise out of bed every morning. No, it's her passion for feeding the hungry. Growing up in Haiti, Doremise would often steal food from the pantry of her parents to give to those who really needed. This obviously got Doremise into trouble with her parents, who tried to furiously persuade her to stop. However, Doremise told her parents, "You can whoop me today, you can whoop me tomorrow, but I'm going to continue to do it." Showing from at such a young age, Doremise had a real dedication for helping the needy. Much to the thankfulness of many, she still has the quiet passion to help the hungry today. Since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, Doremise has toiled long into the night in her church kitchen, chopping, frying, boiling, all to help produce meals to feed hungry people who urgently need food. Every Thursday and Friday, Doremise has borrowed her church's truck to go to the grocery store to buy supplies to make the meals. The supplies are paid for by what donations the church receives. Amazingly, Doremise then prepares the meals all on her own, and the meals are then distributed by church volunteers. In total, Doremise has been cooking an incredible 1,000 meals a week for people in need. Heartwarmingly, Doremise had this to say about her work: "Americans, Spanish, and Haitians all come here. Even when I'm closing, they say, 'Please, can I have some?' And I give it to them, because if they go home with nothing, it hurts my feelings." Now, if this was not enough, Doremise, who earns very little from her job at the technical school, also spends her hard-earned salary on sending monthly food parcels to her family in Haiti. Unsurprisingly, the pastor at the church described Doremise as a true servant, and that she goes beyond the scope of work to be a presence of hope and compassion for others. To thank her for her dedication and commitment to helping and feeding the needy, community leaders from across her area all teamed together to buy her a new car, as throughout all of this, she's been working without transportation. Now, some of us will think that she must be exhausted after all the work that she does, but Doremise explains that her faith in God keeps her energized and able to work, and that if you give from your heart and never think about yourself, God will provide for you every day. Wow, this story really inspired me and offered a glimmer of hope in these really hard times. I think it's a great story of faith and shows a passion for helping those in need. It also again displays how more often than not, it's the people who have the least who often give the most to help other people. Has this story inspired you to do more work for your community? Or have you already taken part in projects like this? If you have, then we'd really like to hear about it. So please drop a comment in the section below and tell us about all the work you've done.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe to our channel if you like good stories like this one. Now on the right, you can check out other amazing stories. And that's all for today. See you soon.